there's ever any kind of breakdown in communication, or you think something has happened that you perceive as an attack, like take a step back and just start by assuming there was no negative intent behind it. It was only either it's probably people are mostly neutral towards you, right? Nobody's out to get you. People are mostly neutral and they're worried about themselves. So odds are they didn't mean it in the way you're taking it to mean. And even if they did, it's still better to come into a conversation assuming positive intent, because sometimes if you do, it will flip them around and it will change the frame of it to where it gives them a way to kind of back out of being negative and flip it into something positive. Even if they didn't originally intend it that way, it gives them kind of a way to save face and go, you know what? I did mean that. Yeah, totally. Totally what I meant by that. So yeah, in every situation, assume positive intent, and that's helped smooth out a lot of that stuff. And that also makes it easier to pick up the phone and call. Because if you assume positive intent on the other side, then you're not dreading a super uncomfortable conversation. You go into it going, hey, maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they didn't see my email. Maybe XYZ happened. And even if you have to make up the reasons and you don't think it's actually reality, who cares? Assume positive intent and makes that phone call easier. At least get the ball rolling on the communication.
Here's the ultimate thing: is people are afraid of confrontation.
Yeah.
People don't want, look, nobody wants confrontation. Nobody wants conflict. And very few people actually go out looking for it. Nobody really wants to deliver bad news.
No.
But bad news has to be delivered. So interestingly enough, a good friend of mine was a guy named Sean Dockets. He passed away. Sean was a phenomenal guy. He's one of those guys, he passed away when he was 44 years old. Heart, whatever. Sean was a great guy. But his dad, Heisman Trophy winner named Pete Dockets. And Pete went on to become I think, vice chairman of Citigroup. He led the private wealth group at Citigroup.
So a slacker is what you're saying.
Yeah, really, really. And so Pete, Sean and Pete and I are sitting in a bar one Saturday afternoon, we're just watching a football game, having a drink in Savannah, Georgia. And I mentioned something about, I got to go deliver bad news to somebody and I'm just dreading it. And Pete looks at me and he goes, just remember, bad news does not get better with age. It is not wine.
That's a great line. Oh, I love it.
It is not a wine. And he just looks at me straight up and he goes, bad news does not get better with age. It's like, okay, I got to go deliver the bad news. Let's just go do it. And you think about, all right, the conversation starts with, hey, you're not going to like the conversation. You're not going to like the news, but here it comes. Yeah. This is reality. And it sucked. And you have the conversation, but 10 minutes later, it's over.
That's true.
But it can't be done via text or email.
Yeah.